Chani for SportsCourier.com. I'm behind the camera today, but we had two Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu greats, legend in BJJ, Pablo Popovitch, alongside Bill Scott. How you guys doing?
Good, very good.
Good, Fred, good.
And what brings you guys here today at the Shore Academy? It's a very special occasion.
Well, actually, Pablo's here giving a seminar. He comes down, we try and get him down here twice a year. And I'm in Florida as much as I can. My family lives down there. So I train down there as much as possible. And we actually promoted 3 black belts today. It's not a regular thing. Those guys that got promoted today have been training, with me for forever, So it was good. It worked out like that today, and that's it. And Pablo's just getting ready to get back into competition. He competed this year. I'll let him speak a little bit about that.
Yeah, just trying to get back in shape. I dealt with some injuries last year, and I'm going to start competing again, trying to get in shape. We had a great turnout on the seminar. Awesome guys. A couple of guys, like Bill said. It was a great day, great weekend actually.
And we know how Bill got his start. We've interviewed him multiple times, but for you, how did you get your start in grappling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
I started when I was 4. My family's really close, the Gracie family. That's how I got started, and I was pretty much born training Jiu-Jitsu, and I just kept going from there. I loved Jiu-Jitsu from the beginning, day one, and it's been in my life ever since.
And do you feel like the importance of Jiu-Jitsu or the influence of Jiu-Jitsu has increased, decreased, or been about the same the last 5 years in MMA? Because we have seen an abundance of wrestlers come in.
Basically, everybody trains Jiu-Jitsu nowadays. You go to an MMA fight at the highest level, if you don't know Jiu-Jitsu, you're going to be in trouble. So everybody's training Jiu-Jitsu, everybody's training wrestling, everybody's training mixed martial arts. Of course, each person is different. One guy's better at Jiu-Jitsu, one guy's better at kickboxing, whatever. But you gotta know Jiu-Jitsu. If fight hits the ground, you don't know grappling, you're gonna be in trouble.
And with Jiu-Jitsu, there's a lot of guys that say, especially when it comes to Anderson Silva, you put a wrestler against a Jiu-Jitsu guy, they're gonna have some trouble. Why is that the case, at least on the surface, that people think? And how can a Jiu-Jitsu guy combat a good wrestler?
Say it again. What's that?
I was saying a lot of people lately in the media have been saying you would combat a good Jiu-Jitsu guy with a good wrestler. How does a good Jiu-Jitsu guy stop a good wrestler, say like Chael Sonnen or Johnny Hendricks or anyone like that?
I think the same way they're training Jiu-Jitsu, you got to train wrestling. Because what happened is, if Chael Sonnen or Johnny Hendricks don't train any Jiu-Jitsu whatsoever, I mean, it's going to be hard for them to beat a really good Jiu-Jitsu guy that's well-rounded. And the same thing goes around. You got to train wrestling, you got to train the striking. I mean, I personally trained with Johnny Hendricks before, a great wrestler. I just think nowadays you got to be a complete fighter. You got to know it all: striking, the wrestling, and the Jiu-Jitsu.
And how did you get acquainted with the gentleman to your right?
To my left. You're right. I mean, I know Bill for so many years. We've been friends ever. First time we laid eyes on each other, we trained, and then we've been friends ever since. I don't know how many years has it been?
I started training with Pablo. Actually, the story is my family lives in Florida, so when I was down there, I just saw the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school. I had just been probably training 2 years at that time, and I went in, and goes back to when you asked about Pablo, where he started. I met his father, George. He's awesome. He can tell you a little bit more about your father. He's
he's been training Jiu-Jitsu since,
But he's how many degrees black belt?
He's a 5th degree black belt right now.
And
Brazil, but we've been training and being friends ever since.
Yeah, I met George.
I understand Pablo cut you in your session?
Well, just a headbutt. That was it. But we were used to that. Me being a wrestler, I came in and it wasn't a big deal, and I just when I got stitches and was back there a couple of days later, But usually, if a guy comes in and you let him train, and that I didn't sign any waivers or anything back then, and in all the years we've been training, in Jiu-Jitsu, guys come in and train. I don't ever remember like a guy coming in and like you're worried about getting sued or anything, right? Guys get hurt, man. They crawl out of the room and they come back, And yeah, that was it. And I, George, his father, just took a liking to me because I had been, I trained at Henzo, and Pablo and his father were very tight with Henzo, and they let me start training there, and that was it, man. I was there, and I was going down the floor a lot at that point, 6-7 times a year, 2-3 weeks at a time, and been there ever since,
And talk about Brazil. Brazil had a bad tragedy week last year with mudslides and everything, and you did a lot of charity work. There, how's everything holding up there with your family and friends?
Good. Everything's better. It's just one of those things that you have no control that happens, and you just gotta move on and do the best you can with the situation.
And are you happy that mixed martial arts has kind of exploded there a little more with the UFC coming in there in Rio?
Oh, sure, of course. I read that Jiu-Jitsu exploded a little bit more, but people like the mixed martial arts more than Jiu-Jitsu because of easier to understand. Somebody gets hit in the face, get knocked out, there's blood, and you can understand like that. I'm happy with the involvement on mixed martial arts overall over the world.
And do you expect to fight in MMA again? I know you are. We've 1-0 in MMA. Do you expect to take on an MMA fight, or you'd be?
I'm training for it. I'm keeping my mind open. I love Jiu-Jitsu though so much. It's hard to get off the Jiu-Jitsu and just do MMA. Because MMA is more basic. Jiu-Jitsu, take the guy down, ground and pound. Then I gotta work my striking. My high level Jiu-Jitsu goes down a little bit with it because then I'm working all the disciplines and stuff. But you never know. I'm still young, so I have my options open. But right now I'm focusing on a couple of Jiu-Jitsu tournaments. See what happens, and we'll go from there.
Well, you're definitely phenomenal at grappling. And where can fans find you online as well as Bill?
They can find me on Facebook. I'm all over the place. Facebook, Twitter, just Pablo Popovitch. Do a quick research. See my videos online on YouTube. I got my website. If people ever go to Florida, I'm stationed out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Everybody's always welcome to come visit, check me out. And my website's bjjcenter.com. You can get more information there.
And while we're talking about it, Pablo just came out with a second set. If you want to tell them about your DVDs.
Yeah, I got a new set of DVDs. It covers guard defense and attacks. It got sold out a couple months ago, but we're releasing a couple more now. So if you're interested in learning some of the guard game that I've been using lately, you can check it out. It's going to be on my website pretty soon, bjjcenter.com. So stay in touch, check the website, see what's up. Hopefully I'll get more soon.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Fred.
Thanks, Fred.